Hey folks, Vic here with your weekly trade video for the week ending Friday, August the 19th, 2022. Despite the relatively slow trading activity this summer, I'm talking the Northern Hemisphere, we have still seen some very good trading opportunities, both for long-term and short-term trading. In this video, I will show you several short-term trades, one that went on to yield a 10-to-1 reward risk. It was a pretty big one. And I say that with the caveat that, as always, it depends on trade management, right? But there was actually more than a 10-to-1 available on that. And I also decided to quickly show you a longer-term trade. I'll show it right at the beginning of the video. One that Darko pointed out to our members in his PMA video in advance, as always, just to illustrate that everything we teach is scalable. I really hope that you like this video. My intent is to simply show you our basic approach and the incredible power that our patterns can produce when they're used properly and of course in the right way. If you like this video, as always, we would be tickled pink if you would give it a thumbs up, and be sure to subscribe to our channel by clicking the button in the lower right corner of the video. Okay, let's look at some trades. Okay, so I'll start off. I'll just show you this this Euro Yen trade that Darko pointed out to his members in his pre-market analysis video in advance. Of course, he always does, right? And why was this a good setup? Well, what it was, if you look at this chart, that's a really good level to be watching. You see how it bounced off here the first time, made a pin bar reversal, comes down again, and so far this month it's forming another one. We'll see what happens. But the trade's really based on the fact that on the weekly chart, you come back down, we hit it last week. What does it do? Or the week before, makes this pin bar reversal. That's an ACAT, although it never got filled as an ACAT because it never met our qualifying rules, which, yeah, so I'll just leave it at that. But what it did do, though, is it set up another trade to go along, and which is a set and forget on a daily chart. And you can use the 4-hour for this as well, but because it was off of a weekly pattern. But in any event, I just want to show you that the Darko pointed this level out for the members to watch for a buying opportunity. And which this isn't a call service. I mean, if a person wants to take it, they take it. I mean, he shows what he's going to be doing in advance, and this was a trade. He said, "There's where I'm going to be looking to buy right here." This almost hit it to the pip, and so those are really good super setups for those that don't have the time to be at their computers much or whatever. But these are long-term trades. Okay, don't confuse the two between scalps and long-term trades. They're a completely different animal. Same patterns, same setups, but they're for a different purpose. Like these take big stops. Well, that's because they're long term. That's the whole idea. It's a 185 pip stop on this, but it's been up 285 pips or so at this point. Okay, so definitely not a losing trade. And it's all trade management at this point. Okay, everything's trade management now. By the way, and this will not be a losing trade now. Okay. By the way, what would you do if you were in it? Would you leave it for higher prices, or would you take the money and run? Just leave a comment. I'm curious what you think about this, and try to be as honest as you can. I know it's kind of easy to say now, but okay, let's leave it at that. Now let's have a look at some short-term trading, and which is what I look after for our members. These are very small pit risk trades that have a very high reward risk potential. Usually, you can make that within a few hours, and also sometimes even faster. And of course, sometimes they lose as well. But also the deal is with them is that they have small pip risk, which means we can usually get the risk out of the trade very quickly, sometimes minutes. No, not always. Obviously, again, sometimes they lose. There were 5 or 6 good short-term trades this past week, but I'll just cover a couple, including the 10-to-1 reward risk potential that I alluded to in the subject line here. This trade here was a very good setup. Well, that's the only ones that you want to take, right? You don't want to take iffy ones. And you start off like for micro-scalping, and I got to tell you this. This was what we call a micro-scalp. What is that? It's the time frame combination. Now we use 4-hour, 1 hour, and then a 5-minute chart for getting in. We still reference though the daily chart, and this is exactly what you want to see. Prices up into these daily levels in here like that. That's a good level to watch. I think pretty easy to see that on the 4-hour chart. That's the same as this all over in here. Price comes up to that daily level. What does it do? Is it drops hard from it. Okay, actually you can see there was a pin bar here, and but that's a good clue as well. But it drops, and then on our 1 hour time frame, Okay, what happens on the 1 hour? Well, here's that same. We don't trade trend lines, but I just put this on here just to show you how it got broken. Breaks it, goes below the swing, rallies up. What does it do when it hits the line again? Now it gets interesting. This candle right here, this red candle, that's a 382 pin bar reversal. Very powerful candle at resistance. We want to sell. Okay, going down to our entry time frame, which is the 5-minute chart. Okay, so what do? Let me go back to where that happened, which was right back here. This was on 15th of August, by the way. Here's this drop in here was the 382 pin bar reversal we just saw on the hourly chart. Then price rallies, and what we do is we sell deep retracements. I won't get into exactly where we sell at, just because, fairness to the members, and also there's different ways to do it, and it's just time consuming to go over all of it right now. But in any event, selling deep retracements, and then this is the move down. Everything is trade management, all about trade management. Okay, getting just down to these extension levels here. Okay, the 127 from this high to this low, the 127 extension is right here. The 162 is right here. These alone are 3 to 1 or more. Okay, if you go to your 4-hour chart, okay, let's bring that up. And if you're going for a deeper retracement, that's a good level to take a profit. Yeah, I know it went lower. We don't know that though. That's 6 to 1, a 6 to 1 reward risk. That's pretty sweet, I'd say. Okay. And if you go down to the opposing level, do you think that might be a place to look to take a profit? Geez, look how it bounced off it here really hard. That's 10 to 1. That's over 10 to 1, actually. Okay? So, that's what I mean by how good these trades can be. And you can see, with this really starting to head down here, making lower highs and lower lows, etc. Let's go over and have a look at another one. Now, the next one I'm going to show you is on a British pound US dollar, and this is just a scalp. A scalp, the difference is between this and a micro scalp is time frame combinations. So for a scalp, we use daily 4-hour and 15-minute for entry. Slows things down a little bit more. So this risk was on this trade here. So what happened? Let me just reel this in a bit here. This level right here, okay, I'll show you on the daily chart. This level was resistance. Well, it was a bit of support here, a little bit below it. Came back, resistance, broke it, support, broke it, support. So every time it does this, like you can look for trades short here and up in here, and see what happens when it hits here. Is there a long trade in here? By the way, before I leave this chart, is this trend up or down? Trend's down. Lower highs, lower lows all the way. I won't get into the advanced market flow, but pretty easy. This one's straight down. So when you're trading, if you're going to trade a counter trend trade, which is going long at support, keep that in mind. Don't be greedy, right? Because you're fighting a trend. So we are at on the 4-hour chart. Okay, I think everybody can agree that this is support. Went straight up. Hits this level again. What is this? Another ACAT. Another pin bar reversal. Okay? And we have qualification rules for it. So if we go to our 15-minute chart, what happens? When that level gets hit, it's right here. And price, this is the ACAT that got formed on the 4-hour chart. We buy that deep retracement, and here's the move up on it. And we have a lower low stop loss. So I should have mentioned that on the other one. But the stops we have rules for those as well. Just need about a 15 pip 15 pip risk maximum. And to these extensions up here, now keep in mind we're counter trend. You've got over a 3 to 1 here and over a 4 to 1 here. Okay, those are really good profits to take on them. And those are big reward risks, and they took less than 4 hours. So that's the kind of the value of that kind of stuff. So I want to say this. What I've shown you, like the trades I've shown you, are very, very objective. Okay, we do have reasons for not taking them for sure, but when these trades set up, you simply take the trade, win, lose, or draw. You can't try to predict the outcome or get all fearful over what might happen, because you don't know. We have a slew of video tutorials on our trading approach, no matter what time frame you trade. And I posted many of these short-term trading videos for our members, both for our short-term traders and for our long-term traders, right? Because even if you're a long-term trader, maybe a position or a swing trader, our patterns are the same. Our setups are the same. Okay, the only differences are the time frame combinations for the setup. So it's very valuable for all the members to see these setups over and over and over. That's how you develop your reticular activating system, and you ingrain these setups into your head so that they become very automatic, and you can pick them up very easily. Okay, thanks for listening to this video. We really do appreciate it. We really hope that at some point, maybe, rather than see these trades over and over, that you decide to get involved. Maybe you want to learn this stuff for yourself, and we'd be very honored to have you place your trust in us. And I promise you that both Darko and I will do our level best to see you become consistently profitable. Okay, sure, it's going to take a bit of time, but tomorrow's already gone. All we have is right now and the future. So if you have any questions, just email me and I'll be back to you very shortly. Okay, thanks again. Wishing you all a great weekend and trading week ahead. All the best.